Welcome back, y'all. eryo5 Radio. I got Clayton and Chris here. You already know that because you've been enjoying this series for about 2 hours already. But we were talking about my remote control truck, which is designed for difficult driving.
Truck.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much the same setup that you would have for a remote control car.
But it has better suspension, and it has the shape of a truck body when you put the plastic body
When you
in.
put the plastic... Because, I mean, you could put any plastic piece that you want onto it.
Sure, but it had truck suspension.
Yeah, but most of
It
the...
was up off the ground.
Yeah, most of the...
The wheels were like that.
Yeah, but most of the remote control
I
cars
destroyed
that
your
are...
argument.
Most of the remote control cars that are worth anything have that suspension on it. Like,
Not... That was truck suspension.
Maybe for, like, what you would actually drive
Well,
by sitting in it.
This is neither here nor there because I was trying to destroy it by driving it off the roof.
I'm aware. And it made me very, very angry. Because I always really wanted that remote control truck, which you ended up giving to me. It was in pieces and slightly super glued back together. Speaking of you giving me things, once again.
Yeah, I remember driving it off the roof to try to destroy it, but I actually don't remember where the pieces went, so I should have known.
Yeah, well, no, you ended up giving me your broken one, and some of them were super glued, and it was mainly there. And you ended up giving it to me, and I ended up piecing it all back together, and the thing was awesome. Actually, I think I changed out a couple gears, and the thing actually ended up going about 20 miles an hour. I put a little bit of time and effort into it after he gave it to me. But it never had a body top again, so like I didn't think of it as a remote control truck.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought of it as a remote control car because it didn't really have anything. I actually ended up trading that for a like 48-inch tube TV that was like impossible for a single person to carry. Like it was like the biggest freaking TV ever.
Wow.
But I don't remember why that got brought up. But
You make good use of all the stuff that you have and that you get. Something that came... You were going to say something?
I was just thinking, you've always reminded me of a gypsy that doesn't move around.
who, me?
Yeah, you're just as resourceful.
Oh, okay. I suppose. Hey, I mean, like everything in my house, you guys saw my house is pretty much like garbage picked or from a resale shop. Like I have very nice things. It's just I'm very picky when I get them. Like, and I hoard a lot of stuff that I can use in the future. Like, I mean, I might have a stand of some sort that I'm like, I will use that. I don't need it right this second, but I know that like in like 6 months it's gonna work, and it does. And like I end up using everything, and like if I just throw a piece of a coat of paint on that, it will work. I'm very fickle when it comes to like the stuff that I randomly acquire. Like, yeah,
You're a resourceful guy.
Hey.
A smart fellow. Yeah, you have a lot of robots and all these things, which you can tell there's some, there's some thinking that goes on there. Yeah.
next on your list.
Well, some of the things. I remember going to Benihana's. I mean, that was just one meal. Or maybe you guys went more than once. I just went the one time.
I've been there a couple times, and I believe that time was the time that I kind of that was the first time.
Wasn't that where Nick brought Julie as a date? And
Yeah, there was
that's what you were talking about?
you and Clayton and me and Nick and Julie and Jackson, right?
To this day, if her name comes up, Nick will actually come up and say, I don't know why I bothered to introduce her to him.
Anyone who's... Yeah, see, I tried to keep Clayton away from Cindy until we were married. Because you have to be smart that way with Clayton. I'm just joking around.
But no, I definitely... I remember that only as like a precursor to like me dating her. Like I remember I don't know. Nick was really mad at me for a long time.
So that Benihana's was kind of the start of that whole thing.
Speaking of which, I can't find her on Facebook at all, but her best friend Dika,
She came through my drive-through not too long ago.
she showed up at Denny's once too, like when I was working as a waiter, and she was just like, "Oh my god, Clayton!"
Yeah, she I didn't recognize her at all. She's just, oh hi. I'm like, huh?
Yeah. But yeah, I have no idea what the hell's going on with her. I'm Facebook friends with like her best friend at the time. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was a jerk.
So what, Nick was
It was very
clearly
into her,
interested
and I don't know.
I guess.
It doesn't even make sense because we didn't have cell phones back then or anything. Like, I don't understand how I got in contact with her in the slightest bit. Like, through. I don't know. I'm just dumbfounded in how that.
You have ways of accomplishing things.
It didn't even make sense though. Like, I didn't have a car. Like, I had no. I remember riding my dirt bike, like a little mini dirt bike, over to her house in the middle of the night, like, to go and hang out with her. But like, I didn't have a car. Like, I don't know. Very strange.
I don't know. Yeah.
I've said that like 9 billion times now, so I'm gonna stop saying it.
But the bill was $240. Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah, for 6 of us, it was about 40 a person.
Yeah, that does sound about right. There was a lot of us there that time.
Speaking of food, this came up earlier today when we got the pizzas. So we went to Little Caesars because they have the $5 large pizzas, cheese, pepperoni, or sausage. So I was thinking, okay, it'll be Chris and Clayton and me and Cindy.
Speaking of which, we should order soon.
And Kate.
Didn't they bring us the menus yet?
I didn't know Katie was coming yet, but
She always comes.
I was gonna get 2.
What?
We're gonna get 2, and then Chris decided he was gonna get something for himself, which he usually does. He's like, "You guys have taco pizzas?" No, yeah, we don't have that. What
Actually,
toppings do you have?
When I
You have
asked
lettuce?
him about that, he said, "No, we could try and see if we could fold it for him." It has nothing to do with folding it. It doesn't look like a taco. It's just the same ingredients.
I'm looking for some flavor here.
Exactly.
Yeah, so Chris asked if they have lettuce. No. Do you have tomato? Oh, no. But what do you have? So, he got like...
How about you take everything that you do have and put on it?
Which is pretty much what he did. So, we got 2 pizzas for, what was it, like $10, and Chris got one for himself for 12 something. So, that's usually what... That's what I know.
They normally
Chris
do
doing.
like 75 cents or like 50 cents like per topping.
Yeah,
It was $1.50.
$1.50 each.
$1.50 each.
So peppers, onions, something else.
And they do charge like $10 for like their like whatever, like meat lovers pizza, but you can buy 3 of them for like almost the same price if you were to just mishmash your own pizza.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but
That's also part of why I don't
Like,
go to Little Caesars normally. They don't have any toppings.
Like, you can order like a pizza like yours, or you can buy 3 pizzas and just stack them all on top of each other, one with each separate ingredient, and just nom it. Like,
That's an idea.
yeah, you never thought of that one. If I'm gonna pay $15 for all this anyways,
Who has stuffed pizza nowadays?
like, what do you mean by stuffed pizza?
Like, it's this thick.
These guys.
It's almost twice the thickness of anybody's deep
Luminati's?
dish. No, they don't have... Luminati's has the thickest deep dish, but I'm talking almost twice that thickness. And there's a layer of crust on the top. It's the bottom layer of crust. You get sauce, cheese, all the toppings, more cheese, more sauce, and crust on top.
Huh.
So it's pretty much 2 pizzas upside down.
On top of each other.
Yeah, but it's solidified as one pizza.
Okay. Well, I can see how
Like
that would...
all the way around the sides it's just one piece of crust.
Yeah. It's like a pie.
Yeah.
A pizza pie.
Nobody knows what I'm talking about when I ask them about it these days.
What? No. We've got one. What? Rosati's does it.
They're all around us, yeah.
Well, I mean, Rosati's are everywhere, yeah.
They have it.
Apparently Rosati's does it.
There's a Rosati's right across the street from my house.
Well, you should go. You should go.
You should look into that.
You should walk over there and give them the exact same description that you gave right now.
You should just like email them the YouTube link to this part.
Yeah, I want this, and just press play on your phone.
What's with the... Yeah. Huh?
Anyways, speaking of pizza, Lou Malnati's. Have you ever had the Lou with sausage on it?
They're just
The Lou.
sausage pizza?
No, you get the Lou. It's called the Lou.
Haven't even heard of that.
Oh my god. Get the Lou with sausage on it. It's wonderful. Trust me. Next time you go there, just ask for the Lou with sausage.
Cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it reminds me of when you...
Damn it! I said it again.
Reminds me of when we went to Subway specifically, and maybe ever since that time I thought of that as your thing. You order a super specialty order. You went to Subway
It
and
ends up costing like $26.
yeah, you went to Subway and you wanted every kind of meat, I think it was, on your sub.
I do the same thing. It's ridiculous.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Does anyone remember the interaction between Chris and the Subway guy?
It was fun.
You want half ham? Half roast beef? I don't...
Yeah, I'm going to need 6 halves.
I'm the same way when it comes to it, though, because, like, I worked at Jimmy John's, and I ate the gargantuan, just meat and cheese. So, like, since then, like, when I go to a place like Subway or something, you know, I want all of their meat, just, you know, meat and cheese. That's all I want.
There's no crispness or moistness.
I don't eat vegetables.
Oh, okay.
I eat meat, cheese, and like potatoes. Meat, cheese, and potatoes. That's it.
All these people that are all these. What was the other thing? Nah, I don't remember.
No garnish. No, the oil vinegar.
Like multiple times throughout this little show here, it's so you're the kind of guy who actually does that kind of thing. No vegetables.
I'm allergic to fresh vegetables and fresh fruits.
I do remember you
You're
with
allergic?
the lettuce thing.
Yeah.
You had the itching inner ear, nose, and throat when you could have the lettuce. I have that with apples.
Well, I have that for fresh vegetables. Fresh fruit, my throat actually swells up and I can't breathe.
That's
But-
really unfortunate.
No, it's not. I cook with it all the time. I use vegetables like on a daily basis. Like I've learned how to integrate them into my diet. It just
So they just can't be uncooked fresh.
like garnish wise, no. But like I have a garden. I use the stuff from the garden like daily. Like
He's just trying to sidetrack us. It's actually pigs he grows in his garden.
Fresh pigs.
Yeah.
fresh.
Fresh as they come.
Just eat them. They're delicious.
Clayton Stecker. Clayton JSCJ Steckman Stecker. You watch your mouth.
Did I swear?
No,
No.
just with the pigs. You squealed. I mean, that was inappropriate.
Oh, it was dirty. It was filthy.
Like-
Is that what I'm going to get from this?
Because it was a...
Because pigs are dirty and filthy. Good.
That's... well, it was just more cruel.
Yeah. Thank you. Just use this and like crack their skull open and eat their brains.
So where was it that we went?
Wait a second, it got worse. I wanted it to get better.
There was some kind of thing we went to. I want to say it was like a furniture outlet warehouse or something, but it was more like a mall.
What?
Clayton John Stecker.
Yes.
You stuffed that right now.
You got it.
I don't know what it was, but
Enrico Suave.
hey,
That's a throwback.
that's a throwback. It's a hat tip. Sorry, I like the term hat tip. It was someplace, you know, with typical Erik, Chris, and Clayton shenanigans, and I think this was where the term Crisco was introduced, and we kept wondering where Chris went.
That was in Stratford Square Mall.
Was it? No matter what you say, it's not going to sound quite right because
he's built up.
Well, I
I
have
have
that
this-
effect on people. Things don't sound right when I say them.
I have this dream-like memory of it.
Oh,
like,
he's got it like it's like a movie in his head. So I mean, like literally, even if you said the place that it actually was,
it wouldn't seem right.
It's not quite right.
But yeah, Chris was disappearing on us, and Clayton was like, "Where did Chris go? Chris go? Chris go?" And we thought it was funny.
This was brought up in your previous
Yeah.
episode, and when I watched this before,
It's so weird that you've seen that whole thing. You're bringing up stuff from it. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie to you about it. I told you I watched it all.
see now you can
Now you can shoot me in the face
now you
because
can
I've said it way too many times.
now you can comment on it as if you were actually there at the time.
Why don't we just rehatch that entire conversation and then I can just talk over it? Like,
Here's what I would have said.
yeah. I actually have a friend called John. Literally, all of my friends know him as John Go
Oh,
because of the same reason. He would disappear, and I'd be like, "Where did John go? John go? John go?"
John go.
So like, and now literally, like, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure that his Facebook says John Go, and
John go.
yeah, so now it's John Go, but it's the same exact story. So when I heard you say that, I was like, wow, that wasn't the first time that I said that. Chris Go, John Go, and both of them work. Like, I never use like Kate Go or anything like that or Ergo, but like when the name works, it works, and that's another reason why I'm pissed off about the not being part of the nickname one.
Yeah, we would have been there all night.
Yeah.
Would you have been able to have Skyped in?
I'm not sure what night you recorded that on and what I was doing, but possibility. Now, another thing that you have to do is you have to try to find a way to record the Skyping. This way you can put the person in a little box in the corner.
Right.
It's really upsetting. It just sounds like they're on the phone with you.
Yeah, I don't think Brian had a video camera.
I've got a really bad one.
Yeah, we could have done that. I don't know. I
your
chose.
laptop.
I chose not to want to do that with the box in the corner.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I didn't really want to do it that way. We could have.
Or at least like
Aesthetically, I didn't like it.
I can bring you a crappy TV. You could just play him in the corner.
Just put the TV there.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of neat.
Put a microphone in front of it, like he's actually like talking into it.
Well, he has a microphone.
Well,
But
no,
yeah. I get it. I understand. Yeah, that'd be
worthless.
That'd be funny.
He doesn't get things.
This guy over here.
I get it now.
This guy.
He's a little slow.
Back to my list.
Back to your list.
You guys can hear me okay?
What?
You both said
that
it,
was
didn't you?
planned.
So yeah, that was the Crisco thing. And I don't know if it was the same place, but didn't we, like, someone rode down the escalator on someone else's shoulders? Which doesn't sound like a big deal, but it's really, really frightening.
That's really dangerous.
Yeah, like facing down. I mean, you're like 10 feet up in the air.
And then like
Going down a flight of stairs.
another 30 feet down to the bottom, you know.
I don't know if I briefly went on someone's shoulders to actually see how scary it was, because somehow I remember, like, actually realizing
How
this
horrible
is
that was.
really terrible.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
If that happened and it was the three of us, it would have been you on my shoulders.
it would make me think that it was in Woodfield Mall, though, at the 3-story, what is that, Carson Perry Scott or something? Or
I do think it was Woodfield
It
Mall.
could have been.
it like, I would have thought that it was the 3-tilled one.
That's like the now Macy's that you're thinking of, I think.
Okay.
Which was then Marshall Fields. I would have said like Nordstrom, but I don't know.
The one that has the piano player on the middle floor.
That's probably Marshall Fields. I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be.
It seems like that would have been the place that we would have pulled said hijinks.
So is that also the kind of thing that everyone does just like the air into the sunroof. Stop it.
They play on escalators, most people do. I mean, like growing up. But I don't know about riding on each other's shoulders. That just seems really dangerous and stupid.
Yeah.
Funny to hear you say that.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I mean, like, if he had an escalator right over there, I'd be like, let's try it again. Just because I can realize that it's dangerous and stupid doesn't mean I wouldn't do it.
Good point. Like, reminds me of a few years back, Jackson, I was home alone, Jackson came over, we go out on the roof, we go up to the upper roof, and we just start jumping in from the upper roof to the lower roof. Like, we were towards the front of the house.
Where is this at?
My house.
Are you still in the same room?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there still, like, eye hooks, like, on the side of your house?
No,
Oh, that's right. You replaced your siding, didn't you?
no. The holes are still there. I took those down. I forget what I did. I do remember at one point I was planning to create a rope line from, like, one side of my window to the tree in the front lawn.
I do remember that as well.
I tried it a couple times. I was never able to get it taut, but I couldn't get the strength necessary to pull it taut. But
I do also remember that, though.
Jackson and I were just jumping this one time, like, from the upper roof clear across to the lower roof, and we were passing through like 20 feet of air.
It is fun. Did I ever bring you guys in a Case Foundry company over on Lake Street?
I'm gonna say no.
No? It's a place, Case. Have you ever seen, like, the big trucks? They have, like,
Case IH?
What?
Case IH?
No, it starts with a C. Just like Case Foundry Company.
Case Foundry Company.
Yeah, they do a lot of, like, industrial type stuff, like construction stuff. So, like, when, like, you need to build a sewer, like an actual sewer, they're the ones that call, like, that type of stuff. Like, they have, like, all the pipe connections that will, like, run down, you know, whatever, 900 million feet or whatever. And generally, like, they have these big tubes that all connect together. Some of them are metal, some of them are concrete and stuff like that. And they're all stacked up in the back part of their, like, one place that I knew. And we used to go and play hide and go seek back there. So we're talking, you know, 40-foot tubes or whatever else, and they're 10 feet, you know, in diameter or whatever. So then they're stacked on top of each other. So, like, they're really big. And, like, we used to climb up all of them, and we used to try to run across them and, like, see how many tubes we could jump. And it was pretty ridiculous. Like, there was one time when, like, I don't know, we were, like, 4 tubes apart or whatever, and somebody, like, jumped and, like, just, like, 2 tubes high, and just hit the wrong angle, and they just fell, like, straight on their back. Like, wind knocked out of them. We thought that they died. Like, we're all trying to get down as fast as possible. But yeah, it's really fun to jump through the air like that and actually make a jump. Like Devil's Lake, Wisconsin. Like, we do the bluff thing, or I used to. And it makes you feel like you're climbing a mountain, like at the edge of a lake. But, like, all it is just, like, really big boulders, and you just climb all the big boulders all the way up, and it's really fun. I'm planning on doing that sometime this summer, so we should all try to get that at the same time.
Oh.
Let me know.
It's camping.
Let me know when.
Kind of fake camping if you want. Like, it's not really camping, but campground stuff. I think I should say that like 95 more times by the end of this.
Well, that'd be perfectly fine. But we were talking about the mall.
That's just my catchphrase for the night, apparently.
Yeah. That's. I have no problem with that.
I do.
Well, at least you know you're doing it.
I want you to, like, put a bleep over the Please do. Please do.
Well, this is generally unedited, so it's probably going to be there. But we were talking about the mall.
Except for the 4 pre-starts.
Well, yeah, we didn't start yet.
Oh,
You were trying to start.
Oh no, they started.
Yeah.
They started.
Oh,
You just decided you didn't feel like including that.
Exactly.
I decide when it starts.
Yeah.
nothing
You should
to
put
do
those
with that.
back. You should leave those in.
Well, it might be in the DVD. If we release that, you have to pay for that. The YouTubers have to see the actual show. The DVD people, they can see the behind the scenes. Oh man, that's the good stuff.
Yeah, but hence the point. The YouTuber should get the aspect that I keep saying. That I'm trying not to say it.
Moving on.
What does he keep saying? I don't understand. You should just bleep every single. You're like, you have no idea of how much work that is.
You want to know another thing we did in the mall? Now, this did not involve Chris. This was more of a skateboarding, yeah. This is more of a Mike Jones and Clayton and me thing. But it wasn't skateboarding like you guys might know skateboarding.
I did too.
You in the audience, we sat on our skateboards because I didn't really know how to skateboard very well at all. So we sat on our skateboards and scooted all the way through the mall. Went up through the food court and back down. That was a lot of fun.
You were there when we were jumping the gate
Which gate?
at Stratford Mall. They shut down the one half of the mall because the other mall, the other half still had the movie theater on it.
Okay.
So the mall had to stay open on that side, but they cut off like the other half of the mall. Did you ever go like around, like you'd have to like climb around the gate on the top half, because they had the bottom half had a gate floor to ceiling, but the top half, like on the balcony, only had the gates that went to the balcony. So you just climbed around the other side of the balcony.
I'm going to say I did not go on the other side of the gate.
You didn't? Oh, we used to do it all the time.
Why
What?
would you do that?
Because there was nobody over there. You could do whatever you wanted. So, like, we were skateboarding, we would, like, do the, like, on the knees and, like, try to power slide on, like, the linoleum floor, and just, and, no.
I don't think so, no.
Damn.
I don't
We used to
think so.
do that all the time. Do you remember the Asian kid?
Also, no.
No. There was, like, an Asian kid that was, like, much older than us at that point in time. And he was really good at, like, technical tricks. Like, he could, like, do, like, 500 kickflips or whatever. Generally, yeah, probably about 500,000 kickflips, like, in a single one. And he actually ended up screwing up a technical trick, and his board slid and cracked a window. And all of a sudden, an alarm went off.
Oh.
So we like picked up and ran through the back half of the mall. Like there's like tunnels that like connect all the back of the stores to like this like tunnel system type thing. It's just concrete walls and electrical work and stuff like that. So we ran from that, and
Is that pretty much the end of the skateboarding in the mall?
yeah, we did. We I don't think that we ever went back around the gate past that point.
Yeah, I don't remember that part. I was always a part of the more innocent half of everything that you did, probably. So that's why we're coming together.
There was
Mostly.
there was the daytime and then the nighttime.
Well, that's why we're having
Each
this little thing here
circumstance.
today. So that this is... So it can all be exposed.
Nice play on words.
Ah, thank you. That's all we're going to say about that. Now, I don't know if this was near Stratford Square Mall, but there was this certain wing place that did hot wings
That was
called DiMaggio's.
Directly across the street
Across
from
the
Stratford
street, yeah.
Square Mall.
Yeah, okay. It was like in a little strip mall thing across the street from Stratford Square. Now, that place confused me.
Stop drooling on the table, Chris.
We're going to have to talk about that a little bit after we come back from the break. But we have a few stories from that place about hot wings, so we're going to talk about that very soon.